Made it to the top. About a half hour before sunrise. There's no fog. Praise the Lord, eh? I'm seeing bucks. There's about 10 does down here, and there's 2 bucks in there chasing them, but no size, just small 3x4s. It's cold up here, man. You gotta get up right on this windy ridge to be able to glass. Finally spotted a nice buck. I wish I could show him to you, but he's about 2,000 yards away here. He's walking like his power steering's out. I thought he was injured at first, but he's so rutted up. He's just all stiff-legged in the front, walking like an old man. He's probably 170. He might be 24 inches wide. He's not a great buck. Big-bodied sucker. Looks like an older deer, but like it is a lot of times up here, they just sometimes don't have very good racks. But he's definitely on the hunt for does, so that's a good sign. I've watched him for about 15 minutes cross a great big scree slope. He's right above a burn. There's some does on the other side of it. I think that's where he's headed. Just need one about 2 notches bigger. Well, it's pushing 10:30. I've been glassing for almost 3 hours. There's probably about 10, 12 does down on these ridges. It's an old burn down here where it drops off to the river. And all the bucks I've seen are chasing does. I just didn't see a good buck, but I think I got enough food, fuel, and feed for the horses to give this one more day before I head back to my main camp. I just think there's enough does in here, and enough visibility. If I can glass like this, that if there's a real good buck in here, I should be able to see him. So I think I'll head back camp, rest up a little bit, hunt some of those ridges around camp where I saw the good buck last night, and give this one more morning. Like I said when I came in, this takes a couple mornings to hunt. We pretty much lost yesterday to the fog. Well, back to camp. Weather's supposed to be nice. That makes for long, boring days. I've never understood why that when the rut gets here and the fawns have to be born a certain week in June, all the biologists tell you they've all got to get bred in just a couple of weeks there. I've never understood why when the cold, nasty weather comes that the rut picks up. I mean, just the math don't add up to me. It should be the same, I would think, if they got to be born on the same date. But you talk to any whitetail hunter, they'll tell you the same thing, that worse the weather, the better the hunting. So when it gets warm and dry like this, long, boring days. And even those deer I was watching there this morning, they're just all bedding down in the cover. And the buck, he was rutting, but even he went in the cover. You get a good snowstorm in, cold snap, you see those bucks out all parts of the day. So anyways, I'll just get the horses fed and rest up a couple hours, let the shadows get long, and get back out there. Wish he was a shooter. There are down in here. That's not a giant buck, but